And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
The preacher in Ecclesiastes said that there's nothing new under the sun. Well, in the board gaming realm, that certainly seems to be the case. Because it always seems like something, you're like, wow, this is neat and inventive, and you say, well, it's not the first time we've seen that. Thus it is in the case of Pajaggle, which is some new, catchy game. But when you open it and you look at it, you realize that it looks kind of like that old spirograph thing we used to play with, and it plays pretty much just like Perfection did. Does that mean it's a bad thing? Well, let's take a closer look at it, and you decide for yourself. Pajaggle comes in a big bag, which is not a good way to store a board game, but be that as it may. And I'm not even sure what this is. I guess it's a nice layout for the board, but each Pajaggle board looks like this, and basically you are able to take these pieces and say, okay, where does this piece fit on the board? So you look all over the board, okay, where is it? Woohoo! Fit right there. And then you grab the next piece and you go around and, ooh, I bet this is it. Okay, yeah. But they throw you up sometimes because some of the pieces, not even sure where this one goes. Oh, if you're playing along at home, there you go. And then this piece here goes inside it. And so some of the pieces have inside pieces. Now, here's how the game works. There's actually 8 games, Pajaggle, woohoo, in the rulebook. The problem is that pretty much all these games are the exact same thing. Some of them need multiple Pajaggle boards. Okay, the basic game is put the pieces in as fast as you can. Or you can say 2 players each have their own board, and you put the pieces in your own board as fast as you can. Or you can each use the same board and see how many pieces of your color you can get in as fast as you can. Or you can start on one side and get all the way across as fast as you can. Basically, you're taking these pieces and putting them in the board as fast as you can. And you can see that it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. I mean, some of these you might be able to look at and figure out that that's how the piece fits in. But for the most part, you know, you're just guessing. Well, I guess this one's pretty obvious. Woohoo! This one goes right in the middle, and it says Pajaggle on it. But for the most part, they are kind of tricky to fit in there. But there's not a lot more beyond that. I mean, all these games that I'm mentioning, Hand Wars, Time, Stepping Stones, Tournament, Hand Wars, 2-Pack, Chaos. They're just to get you to buy a bunch of these and put them on the board. And I only have one board, so I haven't been able to try out the 2-board version, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty much the same thing. So that's how the game works, in case you were wondering. I guess if this is the kind of thing you're looking for, I could see someone buying this for kids, and that's what I use it with is my kids, and say, hey, put all the pieces in, and they try to put the pieces in. But it was so much more fun as Perfection, because with Perfection you had to put the pieces in a certain amount of time, or poof, you know, they all popped out. That was fun. This is the same thing, and you say, well, this could be played 2-player. Yeah, but you're still putting pieces in different shapes on the board. There's no real game here. It's more of an activity. If you want to say there's a game, it's just trying to get it done faster than everybody else. But I'll grant that it looks cool, although putting the pieces in by rotating them isn't as nice as the little pegs you had on Perfection where you could stick each shape in. But what have you. I guess if you want to teach advanced spatial recognition, this might be good. If it came in a box, maybe I'd give it more of an improvement, but for now, this might be something that you pick up and give someone else as a gift. If you want to get it for your own kids, fine, but everyone else probably should stay away from this one.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.